In this video, we are going to be talking about skincare. The #1 topic everyone wants to know. Yes, you can have genetically good skin. Yes, you can genetically have bad skin. From what I know and what my parents know and they taught me and the things I've researched in my life is basically what it comes down to is the reason why a lot of people have acne. It can be, it could be hormone balance, but it also can be, it can be the oils in your skin, right? So some people might sweat more. So if somebody sweats more, they actually are probably more prone to having acne. Now, what this means is the reason why you would get acne if you're sweating more, it means your body is expelling oils and fluids more, right? So when fluids come out, where do you think these fluids come from, right? So these fluids come from your body and in the inside of your body. And that means everything that you're eating is coming out on your skin, okay? Everything that you're eating and drinking, it all comes out in a form in your skin. And if it's sweat, if it's oil on your face, in your hair, how your hair quality is, right? So what this basically means is before in my last video when I'm talking about the dieting, right? So seed oils, as an example, seed oils, if you have seed oils in your body and you're sweating and you're working out and you're doing all these things, the seed oils come out in your skin, okay? And what it does, it will clog your pores and it will cause acne. So let's say an example back then. So I used to be like a D1 Rust player. I was grinding Rust and I would freaking pull up to my 7-Eleven, go to the local 7-Eleven. Bro, I would literally get the Dynamite Takis or whatever. I'd buy those. And basically when I would buy those, I would just freaking, dude, they're full of seed oils. They're full of monosodium glutamate, red 40, all this horrible crap. Dude, my skin was bad, bro. I had the pizza face. Like I had crap all over my forehead. My skin like looked all oily and nasty. It was so bad, bro. But what I did, right, so obviously, like, I quit eating that, and I changed my diet completely, and so diet is obviously extremely important still, and it's probably one of the biggest things I'll talk about, because all these Lick Maxers, bro, they're all talking about face pulling, all this bullcrap. Like, yes, some of that stuff works, I'm gonna get to that later, but what really comes down to, bro, is, are you exercising? Are you eating good? But right now I'm talking about eating good, okay? And exercising is really important too, right? Like, it's, of course, extremely important. You want to be being active and burning calories and being at the gym. If you're in sports, then that's great. You just want to have a balanced lifestyle, right? You want to be balanced. So basically, with your face, now what I put on my face, right? So I do not put anything on my face. I don't put cleansers, and I don't put any store-bought lotions or anything on my face. You want to know why? Because a couple months ago when I used CeraVe, I put on my face, boom, I got acne the next day. I think like a month later I tried again, boom, I got acne. So these products, this is pretty controversial, but in my opinion, these products, what people don't tell you is the skincare industry, they set up in a way where it temporarily fixes a problem and then causes a long-term issue, so you keep coming back and keep buying their products. So what their moisturizer did was it temporarily made my face nice and it was smooth, and then all of a sudden it gave me acne, and then, oh, now I gotta use the CeraVe cleanser, and then it's clean for a little bit, and then the acne comes back. So they want you to keep coming back and buying their products, bro, and it's so expensive too. Like, you can have your opinions on that, but that's just my opinion and what I've researched and what I found out, right? I'm not going to be fact-checking on here showing you guys all this, because this whole course is purely just from factual, statements and my experience and from my parents' experience. So basically, what I want you to do, though, is I don't want you to put anything on your face. You can try this for a month. If you don't like it, you can go back, but just for a month, please try this. Don't put anything on your face, and when you're in the shower, do not put body wash on your face. Just put water on your face, give it a good scrub, get in your eyes, get everywhere, scrub your face really good. And what else I want you to do is end the shower with some cold water in your face, okay? Because what this does is it will close your pores back. Because when you have heat on your face, the pores are open and they're prone to getting dirt inside. So you don't want dirt in your pores. So make sure you get your face nice and cold when you end the shower, so your pores are nice and clean and they don't get any debris in there, bro. So I'm literally cooking right now. I'm putting y'all boys on. Like, I'm actually so excited to make these videos, bro. I have so much advice, bro. Let's go. Like, there's so many goofy ass Lick Maxers out here, bro. The Lick Maxing community, people think it's just gonna blow away, but bro, it's just a lifestyle now. All Lick Maxing really is, bro, is looking your best. Because to be confident in life, to go out and crush goals, you want to be your best self, okay? You want to be the best version of yourself. So that's all I got for this video, and I'm gonna get to my second video.
What's up, everybody? In this chapter, I'm going to be talking and explaining how to fix facial symmetry and to correct certain unsymmetrical aspects of your face. So what you need to start with is identify if this is a fat problem, because if you have fat on your face, a lot of times the fat is not going to be distributed evenly on each side. So this is why the best route of eliminating this is by basically getting to a very low body fat percentage is what you want to do, right? And what this does is it eliminates the unevenness on each side, because sometimes somebody has like a puffy face on the left and maybe not so much on the right. So this is definitely something you need to keep in mind, as well as if your jaw is uneven and you notice you have like a cross bite. If your teeth sit uncomfortably, this is going to play a big role on your looks because your palate and your mouth shifts in your it literally, look at this, like your entire jaw moves around based on how your teeth are sitting. Okay, so this is very serious. This is something you definitely want to invest in. If you don't have straight teeth, you need to go and get Invisalign, or you need to go and get braces, because I've met multiple people that needed to get braces and it fixed asymmetrical faces. And another thing is if you feel like your eyes and your lips and your nose maybe like they're not sitting equally on each side, this can be because of certain habits you're doing in your life, right? Which specifically, for an example, is sleeping. You definitely need to lock in on how you are sleeping, because when I was a child, I used to sleep on my left side a lot, and the way I fixed this was by sleeping on the opposite side of my face, and I noticed that it shifted my lips more, it shifted my nose back to normal. So instead of, because people are like, oh, sleep on your back, that's the best way, but I honestly think you need to overcorrect it, because yes, it corrects it, but you need to overcorrect it because it is going to move the cartilage in your face over time, and you need to sleep on the opposite side, as well as chewing on the opposite side of your face. For an example, I have my right masseter muscle is a bit larger, so that's something I work on daily and all the time. So this is definitely something you want to work on, is chewing on the opposite side of your mouth. Fixing an unsymmetrical face comes with mouth posture, so you need to make sure you are mewing when you're walking around throughout the day. This is just proper posture. This isn't a workout, this is just proper posture, right? So having proper posture, and as well as using mouth tape when you are sleeping. If you mouth breathe, your face is going to be unsymmetrical. Okay, so and as well as your eyebrows. So if you are not shaving your eyebrows perfectly symmetrically, it throws off a balance in your face, and it gives the illusion that you do have an asymmetrical face, right? So you need to make sure you are correcting those things, as well as doing your sideburns correctly. All these things affect and square out your face.
Today we're talking about facial symmetry. So the first thing you need to make sure you are doing is, how are you sleeping at night? What side are you sleeping on the most? If you're sleeping on one side the most, maybe it's better that you sleep on the other side to correct that. If you have a nose that's uneven, for the longest time my nose sort of went to the left, so I would do these exercises where because you can manipulate, because the soft, I forget what it's called, but you can move it, and basically it would go this way, right? I would always sleep on my right side, so my face would be like this. So what I started doing was I would take my finger and I would basically correct my nose, and it's sort of like a habit. Like I've pretty much done that like every day. Like sometimes when I'm sitting there, I'll just go like, and just sort of correct that, because it's malleable, that that softer bone in your nose, you can move it around, and your face changes depending on which side you're sleeping on at night. So if you're sleeping on your right side too much, maybe you should sleep on the left side and correct that. Or sleeping on your back can work, but really a lot of people it doesn't work. It's too difficult. So what I recommend is, if you're sleeping on if the right side of your face is more, if it looks like it's being pushed to the other side, then sleep on the other side to correct it and push it back. That's what makes the most sense, and that's what I've done to correct certain things like my nose, and your lips. Even your lips can be like more over here. So after a long time of sleeping on the other side and correcting those certain things, that will help. But also make sure that you're, whenever you're out and about throughout the day, if you're not talking to anybody, then make sure you're mewing. It's just proper mouth posture. So say king and hold the G. King. Yes, sir. Wait, hold on. Let me de-bloat and get some coconut water. Anyways, so what else you can do is also making sure that your eyebrows are symmetrical. So having symmetrical eyebrows helps give your appearance a more symmetrical look. So make sure you're in the mirror, you're correcting them and shaving them and making sure they look exactly the same. Another thing is, so with your jaw, what I did, my right side was always bigger, so my right masseter was always bigger. So what I did was, I started eating peanuts. I started eating more meats and different harder, like jerky, beef jerky, or peanuts and gum, or mastic gum. You can do all these things and chew on the opposite side. And honestly, like I hear there's like you can do different exercises like this, but I think the thing that really works is just consistently chewing on the opposite side. You're not going to see results super quick, but it's just over time. You have to correct it. It's when you're correcting your body like this, it's it takes a lot of time. You just have to really be consistent. Okay. And another thing is, so yeah, there's that, and then also another thing with breathing at night. if you're sleeping at night and you're mouth breathing, it's just going to disrupt your entire facial symmetry. So what you need to do is you need to buy mouth tape. It's just the only way to correct that right now. It helps. You'll get better sleep because you're breathing through the nose. Your facial symmetry will be a lot better. Your jawline will be a lot better. That will definitely help with facial symmetry. Some exercises I also do, like whenever I'm just chilling in the car, like sometimes I do like the zygo holds, where you basically like, sometimes I'll just go like this. And it's nice too because when you bite down, it also makes your master muscles sore when you're doing that, which also helps, because you want to get them sore, and it helps for a wider jaw as well. But another exercise for your jaw, if one side is bigger, on the opposite side, push down with your fist, and then make sure your teeth are already clenched, and then basically just clench repeatedly with that same pressure on the opposite side. But yeah, I think that's all I really know, and those are the things I've really used for facial symmetry. Obviously getting lean and getting rid of body fat will help a lot with your facial symmetry, obviously. But yeah, that's, as far as I know right now, that's pretty much what I've used and what I know really works for helping with facial symmetry.